Okay, so this one might not be for everybody, so if you don't want to listen to what guys sometimes talk about in group chats on Twitter and text and Snapchat, then you might just want to skip through this whole thing because this one's a pretty graphic explanation of some shit, no pun intended, that we were talking about yesterday. Okay, so to start it all off, one of my friends posted in our group that he was taking a life-altering shit. Now, if you've never had one of these, you're either lying to yourself or you are scared to admit that you've gone through this exact fucking thing. Like, there's sometimes when you take a shit, you might sit there for 25 minutes and think about your life the entire time. And then there's some shits that it happens like that, and then you just get up and leave. But we're talking about the ones where you're shitting the whole time and contemplating life. The ones that it feels so good that, like, it honestly, you probably are a better person afterwards. But then there's some shits, I can honestly say I have a lot of these, where I feel like I need to take a fucking shower afterwards. You sit there, you get your business done, and then it's just like, when wiping, it's like grabbing the end of a brown Sharpie with the toilet paper, and you can wipe 50 times, a triple flusher, and it's still fucking dirty. Those are the ones that, honestly, for me, are life-altering, but then you gotta go get a shower. And then you get the shower and you're done. You know, you go out. Let's hopefully you weren't at a party and you blew someone's fucking toilet up, but you go out and you fucking carry on with your life. Maybe this shit helped you. But the worst shits of all time are the ones when you get out of the shower and you go sit down and watch TV or go get in bed, and then it hits you and you're like, oh fuck. I had one of those last night. Those are pretty bad too. But these life-altering shits, everyone needs to have one to understand this whole conversation that I've been having with some friends. And we've all agreed that the shower, get out of the shower shit is probably the worst. Have you ever been in the shower and have to shit and you need to get out of the shower? Well, we were discussing that too. We said you just shit in the shower and just jam it down the fucking drain. And then sometimes you don't even, it might be lucky. It might just be fucking straight muddy water coming out of your asshole. And it just fucking comes out and you don't have to worry about it. There's no jamming down the drain. I mean, what in the league, I believe Rafi does it. He talks about shitting and jamming it down the shower. One of the other characters does too, but honestly, like, people are all about saving water. There's your number one way. Just take your shits in the shower and go by the old saying with the toilet. If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. But I think everyone should agree that life-altering shits are probably one of the best things that could ever happen to you. And then the one, you know what? One thing I really, really, really fucking hate is when a girl asks, when I'm taking a shit, why does it take so long? Like, I'm in there fucking playing on my phone. I'm reading Twitter. I'm reading Facebook. I'm playing Madden Mobile. Like, there's more going on than taking a shit. And they always say, how long the shit takes depends on what side of the door you're on. But, I mean, I know I probably take 20, 30-minute shits, but I'm sitting in there playing Madden Mobile for most of my shits. Or, if I forget my phone, my shit's like a 2-minute long shit. Because there's nothing to read in my bathroom. I used to have magazines and stuff, but my phone got in the way of that. And made it all fucking... I sit there, well, sometimes I read. I'll take my iPad in there and fucking read for class. But that's one thing, like, do girls not do this? Do girls not play on their phones when they take a shit? Or do they just drop it off and fucking leave? I mean, fuck, I think I've been asked, I know I've been asked twice, at least in the last 2 days, about why it takes so long to shit. I mean, I can't hurry it up. I can't control it. It just fucking happens. You gotta let your bowel do its thing. And another thing, everybody has that food that makes them go almost immediately. Like, some people, it's Taco Bell. I'm going to say 90% of the population, it's probably Taco Bell makes you gotta shit right after you eat it. Chipotle. All your Mexican spicy foods. And I know Chipotle's not that spicy, but still, it has the spices in it. Same with freaking Taco Bell. It's something that in that food just makes you gotta take the Browns to the Super Bowl. Mine is cottage cheese. Really getting on a personal level with you here, guys. Mine is cottage cheese. I can eat cottage cheese immediately. Or when I was at Worcester, Lowry's, which was the dining hall for those of you that didn't go to Worcester, Lowry's chocolate milk has to have laxatives in it. I mean, there's been multiple times I barely made it back to my room because of drinking the chocolate milk. Sometimes I have to get up and leave class early. For the Zanesville people, if you've been to Bill's Barbecue, that's another place that sets it off. It just, I don't know. I don't really know about Muskingum's dining hall. I don't really eat there that often, and when I do, it doesn't make me have to shit. But I'm also usually drunk when I eat it there, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I'm assuming it would, but I'm not a fucking rocket appliance, so I can't help you. The bait shop doesn't do it. So if anyone could give me some hints on Muskingum, what really cleans you out good, feel free to message me, because I could probably do a segment on just foods that make you have to go. But everyone knows, oh, well, at least from my past experiences with friends, everybody knows about the dads. You may not call them the dads, but I call them the dads. It's the day after drinking shit or the beer shit. When you went out the night before and got fucking annihilated with your buddies, with your girlfriends, with your girlfriend/boyfriend, you know when you wake up in the morning and you go get that fucking hangover brunch, and then you get back home and it's like, Yoba Goya, my stomach is going to fucking fall out. And you get to the fucking house and you feel bad for your toilet. Honestly, you leave a $5 bill on top of the toilet because you feel bad for it. That's something you gotta do at Walmart or McDonald's. If you blow up one of their toilets, they're already making minimum wage. And then you just made their day a whole lot shittier by just killing their toilet. You should fucking leave them a tip for having to clean that shit. I know there's some people here that take fucking massive dumps in public places. Is that not the most embarrassing thing to do? Is to go to a restaurant that's extremely small and like it's pretty obvious when you go to the bathroom and you're gone for like 6-7 minutes instead of the typical like 1 minute to pee, and you feel like you have to hurry up. Like, that's a place I don't play on my phone. I get my business done and get out. Drop them off and go. It's like dropping the kids off to daycare. You don't want to hang around. You don't want to talk to that fucking weird-ass fucking dude or girl that tries to hit on you and like, oh, our kids are in the same class. No. You fucking drop them off and you fucking leave. That's what you need to do in public places, I feel. Like, I feel embarrassed sometimes. Like, oh, God, everyone's going to look at me when I come out. And that's another thing, like talking. Let me come back to talking. People that they explode when they get in there, and you're just in the bathroom fucking laughing your ass off under, like, your breath. Like, trying not to laugh loud because it's embarrassing when you walk in there and just like, boom, fucking shit hits the fan. But people that talk to each other through the fucking stalls, like in public places, like at a fucking ball game or at a like restaurant, people talking to each other, like, guys, shut the fuck up. It's hard to shit when you guys are talking to each other. Let me focus. Let me focus on my Madden Mobile and how I'm trying to win all this shit and become 90 overall. Like, let me do my business. And I feel like there needs to be some proper bathroom etiquette. Like, don't talk to each other. Don't reach under the fucking stall and ask for toilet paper. Take your loss there, bud. Use your sock. Always wash your hands. If you don't wash your hands, you're a fucking vile creature. Like, that's how germs are passed. This is the 21st century. Grow the fuck up. Oh, 4. Make sure you fucking double flush if you need to double flush. Or triple flush. I'm not judging anyone, but I'm just saying. Sometimes you really did a mess in there. And don't put toilet paper on the fucking ground. That's just disrespectful. I don't care if you're at someone's house or if you're in the public. Like, you have to clean your shit up. Quit living like you're a slob. Like, when I was in Europe, the bathrooms were spotless. I come back to America and I'm like, wow, I feel like I'm in freaking the south side of Chicago in a rundown the bathroom is outside. You gotta walk through the outside and around the building and go in the bathroom. That there's probably used needles and shit on the ground. Like, it's not even in comparison. Like, Americans think they're so much better than the Europeans, but fuck. European bathrooms were fucking nice. Restaurants were clean. Fuck, you didn't have to worry about some big slobby, nasty fucking sweating chef spitting in your fucking food. But I'm sure the people in Paris spit in my food because I'm an American and they don't like Americans. But no, let's use some common courtesy here, people. I know talking about shit isn't an example of that, but like, I feel like it's a topic that everyone wants to talk about, but nobody will. So like, I'm gonna do it. If y'all want to give this a listen, it's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. But don't say I didn't warn you that it's pretty graphic at times, because, I mean, grabbing that Sharpie is just the worst. And I think every guy can relate to that. Maybe girls, I don't know. Girls don't talk about their shit. They talk about other things. Then they have sleepovers with pillow fights and shit and all that fun jazz.